Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to Panzer Corps 2. We're actually taking a look at the new war stories. This one is called The Fall of Poland. As panzers from Germany and East Prussia violate Poland's borders, Polish Plan West protocols are enacted to defend the country's industries and populations. But German forces have Poland outflanked on three sides, and the assault comes from all directions simultaneously. Amidst the dawn of a Second World War, a handful of Polish soldiers fight to defend their homeland and protect its people. This is their story, and we're about to jump into their story and see just how it goes. So here we go, guys. Let's see how we do on the Invasion of Poland war story. I do believe we'll be playing as the Polish here to defend our land from the German invader. And I've decided to go with Agrypinski Maksentiewski as the name of my Polish commander. In terms of my actual skills here, I'd love to go with an anti-tank veteran, but I'm not sure that's an actual ability. Let's see. So I like this. We can attack with units we deployed this turn. And what about our weaknesses? Bad luck. Never get those likes and comments and subscriptions and joins that I like on my channel. We're going to take that. What about also a deadly grasp? And I'll accept. Okay, this is not a drill. Stop. Beginning of German invasion suspected. Stop. Declaration of war imminent. Stop. Plan West protocol enacted. Stop. Immediate deployment to defend border with Germany and East Prussia authorized, and use of deadly force authorized. Well, that's what we needed to hear. Let's get started. All right, guys, so few things we need to do here. Destroy the German division HQ, rally the encircled border guards, and we need to, of course, keep Lieutenant Urbanovich alive. As much as I like the music, it's kind of, you know, it's a little distracting, so I'm gonna kind of back it off a bit here. Polish HQ bunkers. Okay, so this would lead to forced withdrawal. Understandable. Okay, so let's see how things go here. And that's going to be Szojnice. I'm guessing that's where we want to head to. So let's start heading towards Szojnice here. Maybe we need to end the turn? Or maybe... Let's see. Oh, derp. This is going to be the Germans, of course. What about us? So we're over here. All right, so let's start heading towards Szojnice. This is Lieutenant Joseph Urbanovich of the 18th Pomeranian Cavalry. To anyone who can read me, both our colonel and commander have been killed, and our unit is heavily engaged in the vicinity of Korochinanski. This is no mere border raid. The Germans are truly attacking us in force. We need assistance to reach Korochanchi and aid survivors from the Szojnice garrison. I repeat, this is Lieutenant Joseph Urbanovich of the 18th Pomeranian Cavalry. All right, well, you heard it here first, folks. So let's take a look here. That's going to be the Szojnice area. That's the area, of course, we want to reach. I'm just looking around to see where we've got all of our units. All right, look at that. Yeah, our guys are totally encircled by the Germans here. Over here, looks like we have a little bit more of a chance to do some damage. And I'd love to move that AT gun up to go ahead and start firing on the enemy tank. First, we'll push the artillery up. It doesn't look like we're close enough to do any real damage. And I'm thinking maybe we just stay put with this unit. Let's take a look here. Would love to open up with the 13th. Nice. All right, sending the SDKFZ falling back. And let's just see how much damage we actually could do with this infantry. Quite a bit. So you know what? I actually am going to push up. We are going to, of course, take some damage ourselves. Love those anti-tank rifles. The question is, could we get this unit here? You know what we're going to do? We're going to push the anti-tank unit up on the road. I'd like to think that that's a decent option. And let's see if this tank can do any damage. The 12th TKS. We're going to push him forward. So got some cavalry here. I'm going to try and finish off that KFZ completely. So I guess this is an early iteration of the SDKFZ. Boom, baby! There's also a lot of German artillery over here. We've got to keep our eyes open for that. Let's see. And as for the infantry, I think we should go and attempt to relieve our allies, shouldn't we? So let's actually start pushing some of these units downwards. Looks like they've got some bunkers on the way. I'm not liking that. And that's getting in the way of our trip to Grozanci. So I'm actually going to push forward. Oh my goodness! I've led us into a death trap. That is definitely not good. We're not going to attack any of them. But at least we see what the Germans have started building here. And it is significant, man. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit that bunker. Try and damage it as much as possible. Doesn't look like we can do much damage to it at all. Alright, that's pretty solid. About over here, we've got our cavalry. So I'm going to try and harass the enemy as much as I can. But of course, if we do this, we do leave potentially other areas of the front open, like up here. So I'm going to hold on. I'd love to travel and continue this assault and destroy that unit. But again, I don't think that's going to be wise. What about over here? I guess for this unit to be unlocked, we need to reach it first. That seems to make sense. Yep, that's going to be it for now. Let's end that turn. Love that anti-tank. They're going straight for Sternovo, and I'm not sure there's much we can do to help out Sternovo. Here we go. You could see how tough it would be for the Poles. There are so many Germans attacking from so many different angles. I mean, it's not surprising that this is such a tough operation. On top of it, we're dealing with the Soviets in the east. It just never ends. All right, here we go. And of course, the encirclement is painful, but we're going to try to break out of that encirclement as best we can. I think those German engineers are going to make swift work of that position, of course. The poor cavalry. So I think we're going to have to try and break out east. That's going to be our only chance. We've got to be careful, too, because I believe Lieutenant Urbanovich is one of those cavalry units. So let's be extra careful here. Still trying to get through that minefield. I can see that. It's going to be the first minefield overrun there. I like that we have all of these set up along the highway, making it a little tougher for the Germans to get in here. And that's going to be all she wrote, unfortunately, for our anti-tank unit. But there we go. The 18th Pomeranian Cavalry has gotten an award, all things considered. They're not going to survive till next turn. That's the problem. We've got Lieutenant Urbanovich here. The only thing we can do is attack. And, of course, we need to survive with this lieutenant. I could continue the push over here. I'm going to try to stay away from the tanks. But what I really wanted to do is get one of these units to be able to attack that German unit right there and completely obliterate him. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's going to be an option. Let's go over here. What about... See, I don't think there's any chance for reinforcement whatsoever. No, yeah, no replacements, nothing like that. Because we are, of course, surrounded. Nonetheless, I'll keep pushing, keep trying to get Lieutenant Urbanovich out of here, and we want to try and save him, so let's continue up the line here. Let's go for a swift and decisive attack here with the cavalry against their artillery. I thought we were going to be able to destroy it there. And again, I just hope that they don't notice this move until next turn. We are going to get into the wagons here and try and reach that location. But of course, that's going to make us a very easy target for the next few turns. So let's get over here with our 13th SP, and let's completely obliterate that artillery. Also, in the meantime, because of that, we have encircled the enemy tank unit. I like that. Keep on pushing over here with our own tanks. And again, same story here. We are going to get into those wagons. See what we can do against that enemy tank over here at Reitel. I feel like any unit that we could jam up here is going to be beneficial to the overall war effort. So we are going to strike there. Unfortunately, that is a solid 33rd Panzer tank. He's really not moving much. He's not taking as much damage as I'd like him to. Let's put it that way. With the remaining unit, we will continue to push, try and take any German territory we can. But of course, when you play this war story, you got to do things the way you think they should be done. Of course, if you have a different approach here to myself, you need to make sure to carry out that approach. I mean, that's what Panzer Corps and strategy games in general are all about, isn't it? Is going ahead and testing your mettle against other generals. So again, since we have this unit encircled, we should be able to do a little bit of damage to them. Not a significant amount, but enough to get these Germans thinking and to get them panicking, especially this group here, the 13th Wehr, the 27th Panzer, and the 36th KFZ. They are not in the best. Let's see. Now, actually, we could probably purchase some additional units. We've got some decent slots available there. How are we looking in terms of tanks? Can we afford any of these? It's not the greatest tank in the world, but we're going to try and buy it anyway. Now, where do we drop it? Oh, all right. That's not bad. We should have taken that ability to be able to attack the same turn. That was such an awesome ability. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get that option. Lost units. These are, of course, the units we've lost. Mostly minefields. Not too concerned about that. All right, let's get rid of that and end the turn. What do you guys think of this new war story system? Let me know in the comments down below. I think it definitely adds a new sort of gameplay style to Panzer Corps 2, whereas before you're really focusing on the core of an army. Here, it allows you to look through the individual eyes of the soldiers, and I've got to say, that's definitely an interesting approach. And this is the first of the war stories. I believe we're going to be getting additional ones coming out, if the email was any sort of an indicator. Unfortunately, that cavalry is in real trouble. You fought to your last, men. That's what matters. And here we've got the lieutenant trying to hold out against the infantry. He's doing a pretty good job so far, but the Germans continue to push additional troops through to Reitel. And, of course, we are trying to cut through and get over there to the southern town. We're definitely not going to be able to do it with this group because of the mass amount of German bunkers here. But I'll be content if we could save the lieutenant. That's the main course of action here. All right, I'm gonna Bensky Maksendevsky. First thing we're gonna do is we are gonna try and obliterate this German infantry. So let's see if we can't do that. Nice. We at least got him out of the way. And we could probably fall back here with the Lieutenant Urbanovich. But I want to try and put the hurt on the enemy. So let's get over here. Strike at that infantry unit. What a shame. He got away before we could properly obliterate him. And what about over here? So there is a nice little flak gun here. Basically, well, it's actually more of an artillery piece. What about sending in the cavalry? I like that. Can we get a shot? Yes! Not bad, man. That's what I like to see. Anything to help protect the lieutenant. We're going to finish off that infantry right there. They thought they could get away, but no chance. We're chasing them to the very end. So far, the lieutenant looks like he might be able to escape. And of course, with this other unit, we are doing our best to try and reach Chojnichi. I wonder if they have any defenders here. I hope not. So I'd love to take that German position and give us some additional points here. Not that we really need any additional prestige, but I'll take it wherever we can get it. And we'll continue on towards Chojnichi. I'm thinking we'll take this path down and then take the road here. We should be able to get there a lot faster. And hopefully, there will be some decent things to aid us over there. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this first look at the new fantastic system here, the War Stories, and I want you guys to tell me what you think of them. Is this something you would play? Is this something you want to see more of? Let me know in the comments down below. In any case, thank you so much, folks. I'll catch you on the next one. And again, if you want to see more of this particular war story, like, comment, subscribe. If we get up to, let's say, 1,000 views, we will definitely come out with a part 2. Pull up your punch keys and get back to work. See you on the next one.